Hey people, it is Tuesday, March the 26th. The time is 3:45 in the afternoon. It's currently 8 degrees Celsius and very overcast. I'm on the corner of Yonge and College here in downtown Toronto, and I'm going to take a walk inside College Park here. Popular retail spot with a little mini mall of sorts, and we're going to take a walk right through the College Park complex into another adjoining complex at the neighboring Aura condominium, which is currently the tallest residential building in all of Canada. And the Aura has a retail podium with a number of stores and what is possibly the deadest mall in the city in the basement level, called the Shops at Aura. In addition to the Dead Mall, there is also a urban format IKEA store, as well as a Marshall's store. So we'll just check out these two adjoining retail complexes here on Yonge Street between College and Gerrard Street. Come right into the food court here with one of the only downtown Taco Bells, although there are two other Taco Bells slated to open soon downtown. Taco Bell is making a bit of a comeback in the core of the city. So this place is not a dead mall, as you can see. There's a large Metro grocery store here. It's close enough to my place that I do go there fairly often. So we'll just do a quick walkthrough here. And there's College Park, the park. And we got the usual mall music in here. The layout is a bit odd in this mall. But it's very busy. You'll see how things look very different at the Shops at Aura. It's a different sort of mall. That didn't quite catch on. So this concourse ends right up ahead with the Dollarama store. There's another level. And a second grocery store, a Farm Boy. Second cup. Not too many second cups left in the city either. So this complex is connected to some residential and some office as well. It's a large office tower. And many of the workers pop down here on their breaks or lunch. Just a Farm Boy. That's a grocery store I don't really go to. It's a bit on the pricey side. And for some reason, this mall is crawling with security much more than even a big mall such as the Eaton Center. At least they're more noticeable here. And they do tell you not to record if they see you. So let's look outside. And that will take you back out onto Yonge Street. But let's make our way into the deadest mall in downtown Toronto. We'll see if it's gotten any better. I went in there not too long ago, and it still looked pretty derelict for the most part. There are definitely more stores open now than there used to be, but there just seems to be a lack of foot traffic. It has never really managed to pick up. So here's where you access the shops at Aura. No need to go outside. This is like its own mini path here. I'm not sure what's around here though. Okay, it's just an elevator bank. It's not the most inviting way to access the shops at Aura from College Park either. If you're not familiar, you might not even be sure if you're supposed to be down here. But this is indeed the way. Just making sure that you know. It's like, yes, this is the way. And here we go. The shops at Aura. Right off the bat, it's a completely different sort of environment from the College Park Mall. And there's still tons of vacancies. Interesting. Toronto's king of sports cards, but why isn't it open? We're in the middle of business hours on a weekday. There's a peek over here. You have a Sunnails right across from a Sunnails. Look how tiny these units are. It looks like it's about 50 square feet, or maybe 100. If you're interested in renting. map, you can see how many units there are, how tiny each one is. I see it go up to 121 as the highest number. I've been through here a number of times, mostly just to record videos. I've yet to ever purchase anything in here. Here's the food court. There's several open now. I remember at one time there was only 2 or 3 places open in the food court. I remember when this first opened, and it was much more vacant than it currently is. There was one place in the food court that was known for its good food, and just business from that one food court restaurant was what was drawing most people into the mall. But eventually that closed down. Well, I found where the washrooms are. I don't think I've ever noticed this before in previous walks through. And there's the escalator going up onto the main lobby of the Aura retail podium. We'll head up there soon. And that takes you back towards the food court. This place is busy. Seems to be a game store. That might be the most thriving spot in the whole mall right now. This was built in the style of what is considered an Asian mall, with these tiny units. And most of the businesses seem to be owned by Asian business people. That's a rather awkward way to say it, but you know what I'm getting at. Asian-owned businesses. You'll see something similar in the suburbs north of the city, in places such as the Pacific Mall, which is a large Asian mall, much bigger than this, but it also has the tiny little retail units. IKEA pickup point. And I think I covered most of it. It's still pretty dead. I'd say it's still easily the deadest mall in downtown. There are a couple other contenders, I suppose. Last time I was in the Chinatown Center on Spadina Avenue, it seemed pretty dead too. So we're heading up to the IKEA store. Maybe I'll first go to the Marshalls level, and then I'll come back down to the IKEA. You can get some nice views of Yonge Street here. It's a Marshalls / HomeSense store. I think in the US, HomeSense is called Home Goods, but it's the same company, different branding in Canada. Marshalls is the same in both countries. And the other branch of stores under the TJX company is called Winners, which in the US I believe is known as TJ Maxx. So we got Mall Muzak in here, of course. So I'll just take a very quick walk through. There's another bank of windows on the other side with more views. We'll check that out. It might be a bit tricky to get into that IKEA store, though. I saw a security guy standing directly at the entrance. I might have to sort of hide the camera a bit as we try to walk in. And we're a bit higher up now, another floor higher. So that's looking east down Gerrard Street with Yonge Street intersecting. So pretty cool views. This view will be completely blocked in the future as this tower starts to rise. That will eventually be an 85-story condominium, so it will tower over the entire area, and it will exceed the Aura in height, the building that we're currently in, the current tallest residential building in Canada. This building will beat it out, and two other buildings under construction downtown will also surpass the Aura. So Aura's current status as Canada's tallest residential building will soon be no longer valid. I don't know why I'm so awkward with my wording today. Its days are numbered as the king of the tall residential buildings. Let's just put it that way. All right, let's head back out. Starting to feel a bit overheated in here. Still have my coat zipped up. All right, I'm gonna prepare to start to hide this camera as we walk into the IKEA store. So things might look a bit low and odd as I sneak past him. Just going to hold the camera down low and close to my body. And on the other side of me, then he will be. And I did it. Someone stopped to ask him a question just as I was walking in, so he was a bit distracted. And we are in the downtown IKEA, an urban format store. So much smaller than the big box stores typically found in suburban areas. I think this is around 65,000 square feet. I think a suburban store might be over 300,000 square feet. And there are several of those in the Greater Toronto area. And I think this is the first urban format IKEA store in all of Canada, as far as I know. I did come through here right after it opened, just to check it out, and I did a video of that. But I haven't been in recording in quite some time. Of course, it was much busier when I did that first recording. Everyone was so curious to come and check it out. But it's not dead by any means right now. Just has a fairly typical number of people milling around, I would say. This used to be a Bed Bath & Beyond. That company fell on hard times and the Toronto location was closed down a few years ago, I think. So I'd say this is a good replacement for that space. And when I did go into that Bed Bath & Beyond store, it was quite dead, much more so than this IKEA store currently is. People would often ask, how do they stay in business when there's no one ever in there? This is bigger than my apartment here. It pretty much is an entire apartment in here. Got your kitchen, your living room, a little dining area, bathroom, and a bedroom. It's an entire one-bedroom apartment. Actually bigger than mine, I would say. Let's sit down and watch some TV. Yeah, I could be very comfortable here. TV's a little small for my liking, though. And that's about the size of many one-bedroom apartments in downtown Toronto. This very building we're in right now, the Aura, probably has many units that look something like that. All right, there's another lower level, which is where we'll be exiting the store from. I just have to find my way over to where it is, to where the escalators are, I should say. And I think that's also where the food is located. And I found the washrooms. There's the lower level. And a place to get something to eat. Place to eat what you purchase at least. There's the deli down there. Swedish deli. This lower level is much smaller than the main upper level. We were just walking around. Now there's a TV more to my liking. If they put this in that little fake apartment up there, I could happily live there. There's another fake apartment. This one seems to be a bachelor. I live in a bachelor apartment. This kitchen is actually about the same size as my kitchen, maybe even a little bit bigger. A bit more cupboard space than what I have. And I use a sofa bed. And my living room is probably around the same size as this. Yeah, I'd say this is pretty similar in size, at least, to my apartment. And the bathroom over here. I do have a full bathtub, though. This only has a shower. So that is pretty cool. I think that's my favorite thing about this place, is checking out these little mini apartments. Here are the checkouts. And the way out. There's this one more little mini apartment over here. Well, very cool. So I'll take us out and we'll get a look up at the current tallest residential building in the city. So here's where we're looking down from earlier, from inside the Marshall's store. See the new tower on the rise. South Down Yonge. And there's the IKEA entrance and the podium that we just walked all throughout. I'll try to get an unobstructed shot here, looking up at the Aura. That's 78 stories. So there we have it. I'm going to start to wrap up this walk. I hope you enjoyed the tour of the College Park Mall and the possibly deadest mall in the city, the Shops at Aura, as well as everything else in the retail podium here. The HomeSense Marshalls store and the Urban Format IKEA store. So leave a comment down below if you enjoyed the walk, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And also make sure you hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal, as well as via my merch store. And you can also support the channel by sending a super thanks, or by becoming a channel member if you like. And you can find me on Instagram under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back, because, as always, I will continue.